For the determination of a quorum, may I call Recording Secretary Ann. Unmute, please.
As of 10:03, we have present 16 members, so we have a quorum.
Thank you. Let us pause for a moment of silence as we listen to the opening prayer to be given by our lone March birthday celebrator, VP Edna.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Father, thank you for giving us this day, for bringing us to this moment right now, and giving us the chance once again to care more and to do more to help women and girls. As we begin this meeting, we ask the Holy Spirit to fill us with His presence and to influence our minds and thoughts. Enlighten us through our spiritual eyes so that we may be more effective in helping women and girls. Help us to make good decisions today. Dear Father, as we think of helping others, please help us also in our own personal lives. Grant peace to those of us who are troubled. Grant complete healing to our members who are sick. Help us to continue to see with wonder your creation around us and to find joy in everyday things we encounter in our lives. Help us never to take these things for granted and never to waste the precious moments you give us. All of this we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. To lead us in reciting the Seroptimist Pledge, I would like to call on Leah Berba, and I would like to request our co-host to share screen the Seroptimist Pledge for the sake of our new members. Leah, please unmute. Leah.
Hello.
Leah, are you seeing her?
Good morning.
Yes, she's there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Leah, can you lead us in the Seroptimist Pledge?
So,
I think she's having connectivity problems. Leah, you're on.
Miss Pledge. I pledge. And
I pledge allegiance to Seroptimist. Please raise your right hand. Leah, go ahead. CP Girly, you're on Spotlight. Can you please lead us instead of Leah? I think she's having connectivity problems.
I'm sorry, I don't have that with me right now.
You have it. We have it on screen. Are you seeing it on screen?
Wait.
It's on the screen.
Can we raise our right hand, please?
Yes. Okay.
I pledge allegiance to Seroptimists
I pledge allegiance to Seroptimist
and the ideals for which it stands.
and the ideals for
for
which it
which it
stands.
the sincerity of friendship,
The
sincerity
sincerity of
Sincerity of
friendship,
friendship,
the joy of achievement,
the
the
joy of
joy of
achievement,
achievement,
the dignity of service,
the
the
dignity
dignity
of
of
service,
service,
the integrity of profession,
the
the
integrity of
integrity of
profession,
profession,
the love of country.
the
the
love
love
of
love of
country.
country.
I will put forth my greatest effort
I will put
I will
forth
put
my
forth my
greatest
greatest
effort
effort
to promote, uphold, and defend
to
to
promote,
promote,
uphold,
uphold,
and
and
defend
defend
these ideals for the larger fellowship
these
these
ideals for the
ideals for
larger
the larger
fellowship
fellowship
in home, in society, in business,
in
in
home, in
home, in
society, in
society, in
business,
business,
for country, and for God.
for
for
country
country, and
and
for
for
God.
God. I will now be putting you on gallery view so that I get to see you. Good morning, ladies.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to our 8th General Membership Meeting for the Biennium 2020 to 2022. I'm so glad to see all of our 6 new members. But I would like each one of you to say hello. Please unmute yourselves. We will go in the order that you appear on my screen. Please unmute yourselves, everyone. Say 2 or 3 seconds of your greeting for this morning. I'm so glad to see everyone. Leah, are you hearing me? Sorry for that problem with the Soroptimist Pledge. And thank you, CP Girly, for pitching in for her at such short notice. So I would like to have everyone unmute. LB, please unmute yourself. Okay, so I will start, as I said, in the order that you appear on my screen. Let's start with our new member, Elite.
Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Significant day for you, huh? Your first general membership meeting. Feli, please unmute yourself. Say hello. Feli, dear, please unmute.
Yeah, she's still mute.
Hello.
Yeah, we're hearing you. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Feli.
Morning.
Medyo may feedback. May feedback siya. But you have to unmute. I don't see you unmuting. Okay. You're still, yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll hear your voice later. Let's move on to Lita.
Hi, good morning. I miss you
Good
all.
morning.
Lita,
We
Assistant
miss you too.
Treasurer and Chair of the Fundraising Pillar. Our Treasurer, of course, Director and immediate past President Bing. Say hello.
Hello. Good morning, beautiful ladies of SI Antipolo.
Good
And it's nice to
morning.
see all of you safe. Happy International Women's Month.
Yes.
And welcome to the new members to your first general membership meeting.
Thanks. All right. Our Press Relations Officer and Chair, Co-Chair for membership.
Isang mapagpalang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Lagi talagang nananagalog to. Alright, magandang umaga naman. Please.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Tita Long.
Yes. Director Sid and Chair of the Membership Pillar. Unmute, please.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good
Have a nice day.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
day.
And of course, let's acknowledge with a round of applause maybe our lone March birthday celebrator, Vice President Edna and Chair of the Scholarship Program.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Hello, kumusta kayong lahat? And special welcome to the new members.
Okay, all the way
Okay.
from Long Island, New York. Okay, March 27 pa yung birthday niya. And of course, another new member. Please unmute yourself, Attorney Marianne.
Hello, good morning, strong, fabulous, and fierce women.
Wow.
Hello.
Cheers.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Then let's move on to our President-elect and LYDA Chair, VP Bender.
Magandang umaga at magandang buhay sa lahat.
Wow! Gagaling naman ng mga kababaihang na ito. Tagalog na Tagalog. And then our recording secretary, Mary Ann.
Good morning, sisters. Welcome to the new members to our meeting today.
Okay, we already have 3 of them saying hello, Elite, Feli, and Attorney Marianne. Let's move on to our Assistant Recording Secretary and DIBI Chair, Dream It Be It Chair, Annie.
Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to see all of you, and especially our new members.
Okay, thanks. Short and sweet. And of course, another new member. Thank you for making the time to be with us. Please unmute yourself, Myra.
Hi, everybody, fellow multitaskers. Right now, I'm also supervising lunch.
Wow, supervising lunch.
Anyway, I'm glad to be here. Glad to see you all. Thank you.
Okay, then our auditor, LV.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies.
Nice to see you. And of course, our director and the Gabay Kababaihan program author and consultant, Director Mimi Nidura.
Maray na aga sa Indoga, boss. Nice to see
Maray na aga.
healthy. Good morning yun, in Bicol.
Yes, okay. Ano po yan? Nag-uumpisa ng mangampanya kay VP Lenny. Okay. Then, of course, we miss you, our charter president, yung ating nanay, yung lumuwal sa Soroptimist International of Antipolo. A big round of applause for our charter president, Girlie. Welcome.
Morning. So happy to see the familiar faces of my Soropti sisters. And to the new members, you are very much welcome. And I am so proud that you have chosen the right club. If we are not, we are one of the best clubs in the organization. Kasi mga president to the members, they are all energetic. So you chose the right club. Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you. The proud mom ng mga Soroptimists sa SI Antipolo. And of course, our corresponding secretary, Cecil, please unmute yourself. Say hello. Cecil, you're still muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Soroptimist International of Antipolo. Nice to see you all.
Thank you. And the one that we missed to lead us in the Soroptimist pledge because she was disconnecting and reconnecting according to her, but she failed to reconnect. Leah, one of our younger members, please unmute yourself, dear. Say hello. Leah, naka-freeze siya, no? Okay, so maybe we can go back to her in a bit. And of course, last but not least, our one of our charter members, 30 years in the club. Bobby, please unmute yourself and say hello. Bobby, are you there? Baka ano din siya, no? Naka-freeze din siya. Anyway, so again, good morning, everyone. We'll just go back to them later. We will now proceed with, of course, I have already acknowledged everyone. Thank you very much for making the time to be with us this morning. Hopefully, we will have more people coming in. Now we have 18 members in attendance. That's a record number. Let's give a round of applause for all of us. So we will now proceed in lieu of course, I have already mentioned earlier, she's our lone March celebrator. She's celebrating her birthday on the 27th. So let's remember her with our prayers. Later on, she will blow her candle
Okay.
and the traditional cake that we send to our birthday celebrators. We cannot afford to do so for her kasi nasa Long Island, New York siya. I asked, it's $700 one way. Very expensive cake. We cannot afford it. Okay, so anyway, we're supposed to, I have already acknowledged Lita, no? Lita Makalalad, because PE Bendit just texted me a while ago kung na-acknowledge na kita. Na-acknowledge na kita, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, yeah. Thank you. In lieu of the salt today, I was really looking forward to everyone getting to meet our LYDA runner-up for the region. That's quite a feat for the club and the district, Metro Manila Southeast District. She winning out of 17 nominees for the Live Your Dream Awards. But I just got a message from her. I think I posted it in our official group chat saying that she couldn't make it. Meron daw siyang biglaang exam from her professor that really went right smack in the time of our meeting. So, but all the same, I would like to give the floor to Bendit McFarland, our LYDA chair, just to go on ahead with introducing Eden Bucalon, our LYDA winner. I will give the floor to VP Bendit, to PE Bendit, I'm sorry, now.
Our LYD nominee was one of the runners-up in the region competition. She is Eden Bocalon, and she was born in a small fishing village in Katmonan, Macambol, Mata City on April 10, 1999. Their hut was just 20 steps away from the shore of the Pacific Ocean. Her parents' daily struggles for survival imbued her with early mental maturity at a time when children are mostly preoccupied with having fun, eating, playing, and sleeping. Her father, who dropped out at school at grade 4, knows no other means of livelihood other than fishing. Her mother, their light, guide, and comfort in their poverty, though completed primary school, was so frail and sickly that she could not do more than being resourceful to make do with her father's earning, like adding kamoting kahoy when she would cook rice, effectively making 2 meals of the good for 1 meal rice they had. It is not even living hand to mouth when the family would assuage their hunger pangs simply by drinking water before going to bed on days when the fierce winds launched high tides that would toss the fishers' boats mercilessly in the Pacific Ocean. Eden started dreaming of a different life as she became conscious and aware of the daily curse of their community being in a quagmire of hopeless poverty. Lack of education robbed them of even small opportunities to become productive members of the society, not to mention of their rights as human beings. For 6 years, she braved the muddy, rocky, matalahib path of more than 5 kilometers daily to school, to elementary school. The sore feet and hunger pangs at school for not having lunch provisions only made her fiercely determined to get out of poverty by getting an education and become a professional. At 10, she and her siblings were orphaned by their mother, who died in her father's fishing boat in the sea on the way to a hospital. They would never know what ailed their mother. 40 days later, their father abandoned them to live with his new partner. Their eldest brother took on the responsibilities of a father and mother to them, 5 siblings. She tried to be of help to her brother by going out to the open sea to catch fish. She also begged her neighbors to let her do their laundry so there would be less nights that they go to bed hungry. At 15, her ambition overcoming her fears and anxieties, without knowing anybody, she set out for the big city of Davao, serving food and alcohol on weekdays at the resto until past midnight on weekdays. Doing the marketing and cleaning of the resto, she managed to take high school course on Saturdays and Sundays. Eden is presently working as yaya for special child and all-around domestic helper since 2018. Her employers allowed her to go pursue her education on condition that she does her responsibilities, meaning a full-time domestic helper. She's taking up Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education at Rizal Technological University. That's the end. That's her brief bio.
Thank you very much, VP. I'm sorry, PE Bender. I share screen a picture of Eden Bocalon. I hope everyone saw the picture. So that's our LYDA runner-up. Nakikita naman niyo, no? Na-share screen ko. Oo. Hopefully, we will be able to get to meet her and hear her kasi gusto daw niya talaga mag-thank you sa club. That's why I gave this portion of this meeting for her, but unfortunately, she cannot make it today. So maybe in our future meetings, we will get to meet her. But as you heard, the introduction of our LYDA chair, she's really well chosen and well deserving of the runner-up. She's in the top 4 of 17 candidates from the region. So I think a round of applause is due her. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, and as we said, one girl that we help at a time really makes a difference. So I will stop sharing now. We will now be moving on to the reading of the minutes of the 7th General Membership Meeting that we held on February 18, 2021. I will give the floor now to our recording secretary, Anne. Please unmute. Anne?
Yeah. Okay. Good morning again, ladies.
Good
Now,
morning.
here's our GMM, our 7 GMM minutes of the meeting last February 18, 2021. The meeting was called to order by President Teets at 10:02 in the morning. There were only 9 members present, so there was no quorum as of the call to order. But later, more members signed in Thus, a quorum was declared with 13 members present. Invocation prayer was delivered by corresponding secretary Cecil. Seroptimus pledge was led by Aya. President Tits acknowledged the presence of the directors, officers, members present and specially greeted the February birthday celebrators, namely Noemi on the 2nd and Cecil on the 28th. Prayers was said in silence for CP Gurley, Ronnie, and Kurt. Reading of the minutes of the GMM5, which was last November 29, 2020. Recording Secretary Ann read the GMM5 minutes of the meeting. A motion for the approval of the minutes was made by P.E. Bendet and duly seconded by Treasurer Bin. This was followed by the reading of the minutes of the GMM6 last January 21, 2021. Again, a motion for the approval of the minutes was made by P.E. Bendet and duly seconded by P.R.O. Long. Financial report. Treasurer Bring reported on the finances of the club as of January 31, 2021 with the following banks. With BDO, we have 443,296.40 pesos. And at veterans, we have 58,856.22. Now at veterans, it was the same amount as there was no movement since November 2020. Combining both would give the club a total cash balance of 502,152.62 pesos. Director Mimi moved for the approval of the financial report, and this was duly seconded by P.E. Bendet. President's time. SIAPR directives. Received on January 23, 2021, an email from SIA President Penny Bob, and January 25, 2021 from SIAPR Governor Billy Calizo Quimpo on the temporary pause on all face-to-face Seroptimus activities events until further notice. However, projects can still be done through the use of technology. Indefinite postponement of the Gabay Kababaihan Project Module 2, which was the orientation on the Anti-Bausi Act, RA 9262. In compliance with the directive of SIA and SIAPR, and after due consultation with directors CP Gurley, Sid, Mimi, and Treasurer Bing, it was agreed to postpone the scheduled orientation on Anti-Bausi Act. Apologies for the postponement was relayed to Barangay Captain Danny and Police Lieutenant Lani. Tea Party Club Membership Recruitment and Retention Event. The event was held via Zoom last February 4, 2021, and attended by membership co-chair Long, directors Mimi, Sid, Treasurer Bing, P.E. Bendet, VP Edna, Recording Secretary Ann, Assistant Recording Secretary Annie, Assistant Treasurer Lita, Auditor LB, Corresponding Secretary LB, and Aya. Prospective recruits and the recruiters are as follows. Care of Director Sid, we have Bernadette Coronado and Micaela Halyare. Care of P.E. Bendet, we have Myra Reynoso and Attorney Marian Rigidor. Care of Assistant Treasurer Lita, we have Felicissima Choi, who was not in attendance, and Rizalina Repolo. Also in attendance is comebacking PE past President Agnes Painor. All other recruits, with the exception of Feli Choi, gave a positive commitment to join the club with their availability for induction on March 4, 2021. A pre-Valentine Shindig, SIAPR's membership recruitment and retention event. This event was held virtually last February 5, 2021, with region membership pillar Chair Marivic Paras, and Membership Co-Chair for Luzon, Baby Ocampo as host. Co-hosting were SI Antipolo, San Juan, Malabon, and Sampalo. Club members in attendance were Director Mimi, Treasurer Bing, Director Sid, and PE Bendet. Names of the club's 6 new recruits were reported. Metro Manila Southeast District Exicom meeting. This was held last February 11, 2021 virtually. Assault on GACA was done for membership by RMC Marivic Paras and for programs by RPC Nanette Valdez. The club's approval for board resolution on prorated membership fee due to SIAPR, where all club members to vote for the prorated amount of 1,000 membership fee from January 21 to June 2021. This is to be approved and signed by each member. Club pledges for the Laurel and Sampaguita societies. An addendum to this matter, we have President Gates read the board resolution number 002 series of 2021. This is from the region approving the prorated amount of 1,000 as membership dues for new members covering the period January to June 2021 from the regular 2,104, which is charged for the whole year by SIAPR. The board resolution is endorsed to the club for approval of its members. President Tis requested the members, especially its officers, to send their e-signatures to her to be used in the approval of the board resolution. To continue, we have the next item was to share your heart with the Laurel Society and Sampaguita Society. SIAPR fundraising tea party was held on February 13, 2021 with Region Fundraising Pillar Sampaguita Society Chair Yolanda Ignacio and Laurel Society Chair Amparo Aurelio as host. SI Antipolo reported 7 members for upgrade in the Sampaguita Society at 5,000. President Tits, these are President Tits, Assistant Treasurer Lita, PE Benz, Director Sid, Dr. Sean, and Auditor LB and Treasurer Bing. 2 new members in the Sampaguita Society, they are Assistant Recording Secretary Annie and Dr. Nina. Submission of membership form and payment on or before March 10, 2021. It was suggested that we centralize payments and force this to the club. Now, an addendum again to this would be the club also agreed that reporting to SIAPR of Sampaguita Society new members and upgrading members shall be coursed through the club, meaning concerned members will remit their payments to SI Antipolo and the reporting of the names and payments shall come from the club. Advisory meeting for the induction of the new members, DIBI, and scholarship program. A special Zoom meeting was held last February 15, 2021 on the above matters. Attendees were President Tits, PE Bing, VP Edna, Recording Secretary Ann, Assistant Recording Secretary Annie, Treasurer Bing, Director Sid, Mimi, and PRO Co-Membership Chair Long. Go to the important matters. Induction of new members. Induction is scheduled on March 4, 2021 at 10 a.m. to 12 via Zoom. Discuss proposed flow of the program. Enlisted the help of Martha Almanzor of SI San Juan on technical matters. Recording Secretary Ann to prepare the script for the ceremony of hope and the kit for inductees, which includes the candle, the oath of membership, SOA, and PIN. Attire, blazer over white shirt for members and business attire for inductees. President Tits to prepare letter of invitation for inductees as well as for other invitees. DIBI strategy and implementation. President Tits, for the benefit of the new members, gave a brief review intro of the program, its vision, priorities, and strategies, its curriculum, and topics covered. At this point, she presented the plans for DIBI and proposed that we adopt a DIBI partner school. During the advisory meeting, it was agreed that the target school to adopt for now will be De La Paz National High School, with whom we have partnered for 4 years now. If the situation gets better, we can consider adopting other schools. Contacted Jane Monterroso from De La Paz National High School on our plan to formally adopt them, naming of a DIBI coordinator, which scheduled a Zoom webinar, which was scheduled by DIBI Chair Tata de Guzman for March 26. Responsibilities. SI Antipolo will take care of coordination with the school, budget for the Zoom hosting by De La Paz, students' internet at 50 pesos each, printing of materials, etc. By De La Paz National High School, they are to coordinate with SI Antipolo, gathering of 100 year 9 to 10 girls for the webinar. They will host the Zoom, printing of the materials which will be provided by Tata, and distribution to students and submission of the evaluation sheets to SI Antipolo. Tokens to be given to participants can be in the form of prospective gears like face masks, shields, tokens, certificates for the coordinators, and the school plus the tarpaulin on site. Possible coordinators as suggested by Ms. Jane, aside from herself, would be Ms. Venus Bulik and Ms. Isa Nalundasan. They are guidance counselors. As for the scholarship program, VP Edna, Scholarship Chair, gave a brief update on the financial report and visioning for the scholarship program. For our two scholars, VP Edna reported on the expenses incurred by the scholars and how much is left, how they are doing well in their studies in terms of their academic average. They continue to be active in the YES organization, but with a downside, and this is the difficulty in adjusting to the online environment. As for visioning and proposed plan for the coming biennium, the features should be dynamic and easy to change depending on the need and have a high impact yet realistic. Scope classified into traditional and non-traditional, which she explained in length. Presented her initial plan to expand the number of scholars from 2 to 4 with an investment of 80,000 more or less. This is for the traditional. For the exceptional students, she placed it at 2. For the non-traditional, for teachers, she placed it at 1 with an investment of 150,000 to 200,000 more or less. For the TESDA proposed to start this in 2022, what with the current pandemic, it might not work to the advantage of the scholars. For the birthday celebration of Noemi and Cecil, the group in unison greeted and sang songs for the two celebrators, with Assistant Treasurer Lita taking the place of Noemi, who was unable to join the group. Adjournment, the meeting was adjourned at 12:20 p.m. Schedule of next meeting was March 18, 2021. Closing prayer was led by Assistant Treasurer Lita Makalala. This ends my report. Thank you. President Tits, you are muted.
I would like to request everyone to unmute. So you just heard comprehensive and well-written minutes of our previous meeting, our 7th on February 18, 2021. Thank you very much, Recording Secretary Anne. Do you have any questions, clarifications before we move to the approval of the minutes? Business arising from the minutes will be taken up in my president's time, as well as the reports coming from our DIBI chair and our scholarship program chair after this, after the financial report rather. So do I hear a motion for the approval of the minutes of GMM7?
I
Actually,
move with approval.
we posted it sa ating official group chat. Director Bing, you were raising your
I move with
hand.
approval of the minutes of the GMM7.
I
And a
second.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded, moved by Director Bing and seconded by
Edna.
VP Edna, that the minutes of GMM7 be approved. Thank you. Let's now move on to the financial report to be given by our treasurer, director, and immediate past president, Bing De Jesus.
Ladies, I'm happy to report to you the financial statement of our club in two banks, BDO and Veterans Bank. I'll start with BDO. Very short report, actually. We started the beginning balance as of January 31. It was posted also in our financial Viber account. No? Beginning balance as of January 31, 2021, it's 443,296.40. Our receipts consist of
Excuse me, Bing.
Yeah,
I am helping you by sharing the report. Are you seeing this?
No, not yet.
It's Eden.
It's there na. You have
Eden pa.
Okay,
Eden
sorry.
pa, yeah.
Sorry ha. Okay. I'm trying to work. Sandali lang, hindi ko matanggal si Eden. So that you get to see it on screen, I'm trying to do it here. Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sige.
Okay. So we start with the beginning balance as of January 31. That's 443,296.40. We receive membership dues from our two new members, Elite Ripoyo and Feli Choi, 3,600 each, for a total of 7,200. And then, of course, we had the interest income from the bank. That's 34 pesos and 12 centavos, giving us a total receipts of 7,234 and 12 centavos. Added to our beginning balance, our ending balance in BDO as of February 28, 2021 is 450,530.52. For our veterans bank, of course, there was no transaction also for this month, so the balance remains at 58,856.22, giving us a total fund for the two banks. It's 509,386.74. I would just like to mention that in March, we were able to receive the other membership dues of the 4 new members, and we were able to pay them to SIAPR, and SIA through SIAPR, as well as the Sampaguita Society payment for 9 members, 7 upgrade, and 2 new members, which which I will report in detail in March. That's all, ladies, for our finances.
So again, I am putting everyone on gallery view. So please unmute yourselves. Any comments, any questions, clarifications before we move to the motion for approval of the financial report? Thank you very much, Treasurer Bing, for that. So do I hear a motion?
I move for the approval of the financial report.
I second the motion.
Sino yung nag-second?
Annie.
Annie.
Annie, okay. So moved and seconded respectively by Director Mimi and Assistant Secretary Anna. So Annie. So Anne, you have a record of that.
Point of clarification dun sa ano ito.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just to clarify, yung prorating that we were talking about, yung 1,000, di ba? That is only for SIAPR.
Yes.
So
yeah.
we're not talking about prorating yun dun sa SIA payments natin.
Recording secretary, I will take it up later, as I said, as business arising from your minutes. I hope it can wait by then.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so we're done with the minutes. We're done with the financial report. Let's move on now to the main body of our agenda, important reports to be given respectively by our DIBI chair, Annie, and our scholarship program chair, VP Edna. For the sake of time management, I would like to have the first report done, tuloy-tuloy, and then if you have questions, clarifications on comments or reactions on the report, we can take it up after the report. So I will give the floor now to DIBI Chair Annie for the Dream It, Be It plans, at least for March. You have the floor.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Last March 9, we held a special meeting together with the DIBI coordinators of the La Paz National High School. So these are Miss Jane, Miss Venus, and Aiza. So they are our partners from the De La Paz National High School. Attending this special meeting was myself, President Pitts, Director Bing, and Director Mimi. The agenda is basically for all of us to get to know each other and to touch base again, since we've been dealing with them 4 years ago. So the DIBI seminar, a virtual conference, will be held on March 26. That's a Friday, from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. It will be done by Google Meet as suggested by the teachers or the guidance counselors, because the students are more familiar with this application. There will be a maximum of 100 participants with 85 students, the 3 coordinators and principal, and including 11 SI Antipolo members. I understand 100 is the maximum that the Google Meet can accommodate. There is a proposed program already as pro forma and drafted by President Pitts, which I can share with you. Should I?
Sure.
Can I share it? Okay. Okay. So, okay, as you can see, so there's at 8, it should start promptly at 8, and logging in should be up to 8:30. Opening ceremonies, the opening prayer will be led by VP Bendet. We'll have a national anthem, opening remarks by myself, messages from Principal Shera and Miss Jane of De La Paz National High School. The introduction of Miss Tata, our speaker, will be done by Director Mimi.
Thank you.
So from 9 to 11:30, that is the seminar body itself. Closing ceremonies will be done by 11:30 with a message from SIAPR Governor Billy Calizo Quinto. We will also be handing out certificates of appreciation
Excuse me,
to,
Annie.
yes, ma'am. Yep, yep.
Please, anyone who's not Annie, please mute because we're hearing unnecessary noise at the background, please. Thank you.
Okay, certificates of appreciation will be handed out. And during the closing ceremonies, that's when we will also give out instructions in filling out the evaluation form. The closing message will be done by President Pitts. That's the program for March 26. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, by the way, we also formed a messenger group chat with the coordinators so that we will be able to, be in touch as fast as we can and we can update each other. That's all for now. I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, Annie. Actually, yung mga corrections, no? Because we just assumed that the virtual conference, the webinar will be conducted via Zoom. But as per our meeting with the coordinators of the La Paz National High School, the 85 student participants are more used to Google Meet.
Google Meet.
That's why, So, just to summarize, number one, it can only accommodate a maximum of 100 participants. 100. So we have to bring down the number of students we can accommodate from 100 sana to 85 to give way to the 3 coordinators and of course the principal. So that's a total of 85 plus 4, 89, leaving only, unfortunately, 11 slots for Soroptimists to attend. So we are giving priority to those who are part of the program. We forgot to put in here the IBI chair. Annie, may I take over?
Yes.
With your permission, we forgot to include who's emceeing the opening and the closing ceremonies. Na-include natin yon. So please, who is it? The IBI chair? Director Sid, no? She is the program chair.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry about
Director Sid will be our MC. And
noted.
Yes, okay. Thank you. And then going through the program, 8 to 8:30 will be the logging in of the students. I already discussed with you how the webinar would go. So basically, all the technical aspect of the webinar will be handled by our partner school, the De La Paz National High School. So they will take care of inviting the students. So far, they already confirmed that they have all the 85 student participants nandoon na. So they already responded to by signifying their willingness to attend the webinar, all 85 students from grades 9 to 10. So students ages 15 to 16 years old will be attending, all women participants. Girls, mga female students of the La Paz National High School. Then logging in will be for 30 minutes. Our opening ceremonies will go for 30 minutes. That will include, of course, upon the request, inspirational messages from the principal of the school, Dr. Shera, and of course, the main coordinator for the La Paz National High School as far as the IBI is concerned, Miss Jane Monteroso. And then Ms. Tata, our DIBI chair for the region, will be introduced by Director Mimi. Okay lang yon, Director Mimi. I already gave you the material for the introduction. And then from 9 to 11:30, that's all of 2.5 hours. The webinar for the student participants will proceed with Ms. Tata as resource speaker. After which, we will hear from the governor, Governor Billy Calizo. She has a video recording of her message. So we're giving way for that. And then, of course, certificates of appreciation will be given to the school and the IBR coordinators from our club. And finally, the closing remarks from me. Um, I have already, siguro the best thing that we can do later on when I do my president's time, please just remind me of this, would be that we will be spending a bit for the La Paz National High School because they're hosting, they're taking care of internet access for the student participants. So we will go to the budget for this particular activity. But for everyone's information, please block this off in your calendar. Only
March
11
26.
optimists will be accommodated. So hindi ko alam how many are we already in the program. Would you have the number? 1, 2, 3.
We are six, more than
6.
16
Okay,
right
so
now.
we can accommodate 5 more. So I would like to recommend siguro a new member or two new members to join us so that more or less you have a feel of how our Dream It Be It program is held for the students of the La Paz National High School, just to get the feel of it and maybe the inspiration. So that will be for the IBI Chair Annie's report. Thank you very much. Please unmute yourselves. Meron pa kayong ibang questions or clarifications that you would want to address? Are you raising your hand? Unmute yourself, please, Director Sid. Director Sid, please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yung giveaways natin.
Yeah. We can take it up during my
Parang hindi
president's time.
na-mention.
During the president's
The
time.
budget will be discussed
Oo.
later.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So, as I said, budget at saka we will discuss that after. Okay. No more? Anyone? Please just raise your hand. Okay. So, I will now give the floor to our Vice President, Edna, for a report on our scholarship program.
Tits, may I share my screen?
Sure. I'll make you co-host. Please unmute, Edna.
Yeah. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yung scholarship program report?
Yes. Monthly report.
Okay. So hello again. So this is the report for the scholarship program. Let me put it on slide mode. Okay. Just a brief background. Last GMM, February 18, I discussed and presented the vision of the scholarship program and a general budget. Okay. So to continue for this GMM, I'd like to present a more specific plan and budget for this coming school year, July 2021 to June 2022. And these are, of course, for your comments and approval. sorry. Our scholarship program, if you recall from previous presentations, consists of the traditional programs which we offer to college scholars. And we are broadening this, expanding this to some non-traditional programs, which include programs for exceptional students who are in high school, a teacher's program for their master degree, and vocational courses. The long-term plan is really starting with 2 scholars, which we have now. We'd like to expand this to more scholars, more beneficiary groups, and more diverse programs. So this is what I mean. For the current school year, we have 2 scholars under the traditional program. For next year, we propose a total of additional 8 scholars to make it 10. Kind of ambitious, but I think we could do it. Okay. So we're proposing that we get 6 new scholars under the traditional program and 2 new scholars under the exceptional high school program. For the teachers program, we are deferring involvement in our going into this program because we would like first to start a scholarship fund for this, because the cost of programs for the master's degree of teachers is quite high. So we might not be able to carry this through if we do it this year. So we'll delay this a bit. Okay. Then for the TESDA, we will also be delaying implementation of this a bit because we need to get the placement program in place before we can do this. I'll explain what these two are in the next few slides. Okay. So in short, for the next year, the immediate coming school year, we will add more traditional scholars and try this experimental, non-traditional concept of exceptional high school students, but we just start with 2. For the other programs, we will delay the implementation of this much later. The cost per scholar, I think it would be good to give an idea of what's the cost per scholar here. We started last year, our scholars, we gave an allowance of 15,000 for each school year. And this covers generally load, the internet load, and other expenses that they have, that they need for their school year. We noticed that at 15,000, we were having some difficulties because the internet load per month would reach around 500 to 900 per month. And some of them would have expenses like a laptop that would need a repair. These were some of the emergency expenses. And something that also surprised me was that they now need glasses because the maybe overexposure to the computer screen. So these are the additional budgets that we had to provide for. That is why I'm proposing that perhaps we could increase the allowance to about 20,000 per year. Excuse me. The budgets for the non-traditional, the exceptional students at high school is also pegged at 20,000. But the number of years that they will need this will be about for 2 or 3 years only, depending on when we will start to fund them. For the teachers, they have a 3-year program, but it's kind of expensive, about 160 to 200,000. The bulk of the expenses is really in the 3rd year when they do their defense of the thesis. That is why the cost for the teacher is really quite high. And that is the reason why we are proposing to get into this when we have the scholarship fund. The TESDA is the cheapest scholarship program because it's only a few months, and it is also a government program, so the cost of the tuition fee is not really that high. So knowing the long-term plan, what is the plan for 2022, as I explained earlier, is to expand to 10 scholars from the current 2, to expand the beneficiaries because the 2 scholars currently come from Sampaguita Village. We will now expand it to De La Paz High School, which is also our adopted school for the DIBI. And we think that this is a perfect linking of 2 programs. Then expand from the traditional to partial non-traditional programs. This would all require financial resources of amounting to around 200,000. Financial resources are one thing. I think we are assured of this because of the huge success of our fundraising. But to make this work, we need also membership support. Okay. Currently, I'm leading the scholarship program, and it was fine when we had just 2. Okay. But with this expansion of the number of scholars and the number of and the scope from just a village to now a school, which is also in line with our long-term plan. Okay. We are thinking, my first proposal is a co-chair for the scholarship committee. And I think that this co-chair could focus on scholars affairs as we have more scholars, so that there will be more care and coaching of the scholars that we have, which will now we expect to number around 10 already by next year. Okay. In addition, some initial ideas that we discussed with President Tits is that a separate scholarship fund may be needed for the scholars. Right now, we have one fund, and this fund is for all the programs of SIA, but we need to separate it because once we get scholars on board, and this crosses several bienniums, we can start with a scholar in year 1. We have to make sure that that scholar has money to finish all the way to through the 4 years of college. Okay, so this means that we need a dedicated fund, and for this, I think that we need someone to head a scholarship fund program. Okay, to ensure first continuous funding for the programs in general, and we're targeting a total of, let's say, 500,000, just so that when we get scholars, we know that money is there, and whoever is the next president, then we know that there is money for those scholars. Secondly, part of this scholarship program would be to enlist the help of corporate sponsors for some exceptional students that might need more support for tuition. Okay, right now the scholarship program is just a support for internet load, but we are assuming right now that these students go into government or state-run schools. Okay, this will still continue, but we are also thinking that there could possibly be exceptional students that might need support for tuition in private schools. And for this, we think that it is best to approach this through corporate sponsors, and that will be part of what the scholarship fund head will work for. Okay. Another area which we think will be needed to support the scholarship program is placement, specifically in the TESDA program, because my own experience in starting a TESDA program, which we did in our village, is that it will not succeed if there's no opportunity for our scholars to to find work in the area that they were trained in. That is why we think that this is also important to have someone handle placement. So I'd like to just summarize the items which for discussion later and for approval is the first, the increase in allowance from 15 to 20,000. 8, accept 8 new scholars for the coming year, comprising traditional scholars and exceptional scholars. As a result, we will have a total of 10 scholars with a budget of 200,000. Next, a finalized partnership with De La Paz, and connect this with the DIBI program, and we will provide the guidelines for selection of scholars to De La Paz as soon as this partnership is finalized. Expand the scholarship committee by adding a co-chair and lead for scholars affairs, and create related committees on placement and scholarship funding. The lead members to be identified and appointed. The target of the scholarship fund committee of 500,000 to handle succeeding school year 2023 and 24 fund requirements. Okay, finally, what is our timetable for accepting 8 new scholars? Okay. By April, I'm assuming, President, we can finalize the agreement with De La Paz, and I will provide you the guidelines that we can give them. Then both De La Paz and Sampaguita to provide documents for candidates, and we will do initial screening of the candidates. Okay. By May, we're scheduling final interviews with President Tits and whoever she thinks should be in the screening committee. And this is for a selection of the 8 scholars. And for the existing 2 scholars, I will need reporting from them to ensure the extension of scholarship for the next calendar year, a school year, I mean. In June, we will brief the new scholars, sign agreements with them, and then we'll be ready for the first fund release. That's all. Thank you. Share screening.
So gallery na tayo. Exit na, please.
How do I exit?
Stop share.
I don't see my stop share. I don't have a stop share.
The green panel on top po.
I don't see any green eh. What happened?
You have to click it first, I think.
I click?
Yeah, you have to click something. Are you on laptop or iPad or what?
I see it. I see it. I see it.
Okay.
What's it doing?
Are we on?
Not yet.
Wala pa rin. Can I do it from my end? You think? Here.
There you go.
Okay. I did it from my end. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm putting everyone on gallery view again. Please unmute yourselves. VP Edna, Chair of the Scholarship Program, sobrang thank you for that very comprehensive report, and we have so many things to act on. So while it's fresh, with your permission, may I, fresh pa kasi yung sinasabi niya, can I move ahead with just discussing and agreeing already on what to do before I go back to the IBI? Will that be fine with everyone? Para fresh pa. No? Para fresh pa. Kasi yung DIBI, medyo na siya, medyo klaro na, and we just have to smoothen some rough edges as far as preparation is concerned for March 26. But this one will require your inputs, your reactions, and then we can already decide. So as you may notice, with my meetings with Edna, I really want to put in place scholarship program that's definite already. So pansinin nyo pati gabay kababaihan natin, DIBI, LYDA, we are trying to vision it in such a way that regardless who the president will be, regardless what biennium it would be, we already have a direction on where to lead the club. So hindi na tayo nagtatanong kung ano bang gagawin natin for this year. Ano ba yung gagawin natin for the next biennium. So my legacy hopefully would be that we already have programs in place, infrastructure of those programs in place, so that the next set of officers, when they take over, will already have a clear idea in their head where to lead the club. So, and one of these that I feel strongly about is really the scholarship program, because it aligns with our celebration of our 100 years as Soroptimist all over the world. We're celebrating it October of this year. And the goal for the next 10 years would be to get 500,000, 500,000 scholars all over the world. And to my mind, if you're able to contribute kahit na 10 man lang or 20, that will already be a big difference in the lives of Filipinas for the next 10 years. So yun yung gusto kong gawin. So if you take a look, ako lang nagsasalita, but before I proceed, meron ba kayong gusto pang sabihin before I proceed with discussing kung ano yung i-approve natin and those that we can just say back burner muna. Let's think about it. Pero what is the most close to implementation that we need to agree on? I see you can just raise your hand. Please unmute yourself. PE Bendit, please.
Regarding the teachers, higher education, I think like MA, I think we can explore universities that offer free tuition. I remember when I was taking my graduate studies at De La Salle, I was the only one paying tuition because my source of income was abroad. Everybody was a scholar.
Okay. So point well taken, but can we please keep it close for next school year. So ito yung status now. We just started this year. We have 2 scholars already. So out from our funds that we raised in October, we are spending 15,000 for the year, for the school year for both of them. So that's 30,000, all right? So ang unang suggestion would be for everyone, are you agreeable that instead of 15,000 for this coming school year, that would be June to July of next year, that's the school year, from 15,000 annual support, we will now increase it to 20,000.
I have a question.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Myra?
So, una sana itatanong ko, when did it start? But apparently, this is a very new program, right?
Yes.
Sa akin kasi, any program that will support educating anyone, is really worth doing, okay? But based kasi on my experience with other organizations who have sponsored students for different types of courses, I don't know, baka I just didn't see it in the presentation. Siyempre, unang-una, importante of course is a screening, which I suppose you have already done based on certain goals. No? So, sino ba talaga ang gusto nyong beneficiary? Anong gusto nating ma-achieve? Okay, that's fine. Tapos secondly, yung dulo kasi, the way to evaluate it is, what again, I want to see sana, baka it's there, hindi ko lang nakita, is for each student, ano ba yung objective natin after the course? What are they supposed to deliver? Because it's not just us giving them money to finish. They're supposed to deliver something as well to us, to the community, to our goals, okay? Tapos secondly, there should be monitoring and mentoring. Total konti lang naman yan eh. Para lang just to make sure that everybody stays on track. So, ano ba yung standards natin? Grades
Okay.
lang ba?
Yeah.
Yung mga ganon.
Yeah, thank you very much for that feedback. We welcome the new members. So we have been discussing this for the past several meetings already. So I will give the floor to Edna to just explain, to address the question, yung clarification ni Myra.
Yeah. Okay, Myra, thanks for that question. And yeah, I agree with you 100, 200%. Yeah. That is why I think maybe, yeah, I have to backtrack a bit uh, because when I explained the scholarship program before, it was in one of the early meetings pa natin, Tits, no? Okay. Yeah, the scholarship program, while it is new to to our club, actually it starts off from what we have in our village in here in Antipolo. And that this scholarship program that we have it for about 10 to 15 years already. And exactly, we don't believe that it should be just handing over their allowance every month. We desire more from them, and eventually we'd like them to leave the scholarship program not only with the financial support, but with the coaching program that comes from us, and from targeting a holistic development of themselves, which cover even leadership development and community development, social development. Okay, so what we do is in the years before the COVID, the pandemic, we had our scholars meet every Sunday, and there were programs there which spanned a lot of things, including leadership, some academic tutorials, and in these activities they had to assume roles. Okay, they would run it. They had officers, and they would run the programs. I forgot to mention they had a catechism program also that they were running as part of their roles as our scholars. Okay. So this is what we did before, and when we started I mean in our village, and when we started the program here in SIA, I think that President Tit said something like that is what they would like to have here, so that we don't just sort of dole out the allowance money, and then at the end we don't have anything in the end. That is why if you there are actually two major requirements to enter the program, and they have to maintain this. One is, of course, their academic performance, and secondly, we have to have an assessment of their organizational participation and involvement and their leadership. Okay, so with this two, this is what qualifies them to continue with the program. So, and I hope I answered your question, Myra.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So basically, talaga
Just
kasing
one more question.
Yes,
sure.
sure, go ahead.
How do you determine in terms of financial need? Kung sino yung kasama ba yun sa criteria?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Financial need is part of it, and basically we have an application form, and we see kung ano yung how many they are in the family, what is the income, but we don't really check na rin. I mean, if they say that their father is just earning so much, we don't check anymore. We parang we take it that it is the correct one, but we allow them to put it in their application form, so to determine that they need financial assistance.
Okay. Is there a way of double checking? Like, it's a small school, you probably know a lot of people. Pwede naman sigurong tanongin reference. I think it would be good if they would have referrals from people then that they know, just to make sure, kasi it's, ang konti lang sayang naman. Diba?
Yeah.
Okay, you use a school siguro. We have to do that because in our village, parang alam na namin kung sino yun talaga. Kasi they live in the squatters areas eh. So lahat ng kasama sa program namin are from the squatters area. So we know that they are really from the depressed communities. But you're right, probably as we enter into schools now in De La Paz, there might be a need for some screening procedures. So I'll take note of that.
Yeah. At saka that's precisely why, if you notice, we're trying to start small and simplifying the process by just fixing ourselves on existing groups already, like the Youth for Excellence in Sampaguita Village. That will be one feeder of our scholars. And then our DIBI connection with De La Paz National High School, we already know two of their guidance teachers. So for the screening, we can already tell them, these are the qualifications. Can you please refer students to us? We shortlist those students for interview. And out from there, we get our quota of 10 scholars for the next school year. So klaro na. And of course, as I said, ayaw natin nung dole out, no? Because what's the point? We just give out money. We do not get to monitor them. So number one, other than the academic performance, number two, they have to enroll in our leadership program. So with the Youth for Excellence. So dapat nandoon sila, which will include leadership, values formation, and even catechism. No? We're trying to make it as ecumenical as possible, but we just call it catechism, just believing in God, and then maybe nationalism, patriotism also. So all those values formation. And number three, they are required to be present in our meeting once in a quarter. So 4 times in a year, in a school year, we get to meet the scholars just to hear from them how they're doing with their scholarship. So yun yung vision. Okay. So any more questions before I proceed? So number one, are you agreeable with the increase from 15,000 to 20,000? Please raise your hand if you are agreeable with that increase.
It's my question, see? My question.
Girly.
Girly.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's hear from our mother. Nakita ko yung kamay niya pala. Sorry. How are you? Okay.
Now you mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, you mentioned na you used to give 15,000 per scholar before, and we used to have 2 scholars, right? So 30,000 on, and you raise it to 20,000 per head.
For this coming school year, CP Girly.
Year 22, and we are going to raise our scholars from 2 to 10. So your set aside is 200,000.
Yes.
If this was discussed before, I'm sorry, pero may I have a breakdown of where this 20,000 is going?
The 20? The 20,000. Okay.
Yes.
We provide for the internet, because I'm assuming first that this situation will continue, this COVID situation. Okay. So for the internet, their monthly allowance ranges from 500 to about 800 a month. That is the range for the monthly allowance, internet allowance. Okay. Now, that is for 10 months of the school year. Okay. So that's, let's say, about 9,000. Okay. So then the remaining amount is for their usually books, or like I was surprised last time I didn't provide for, let's say, repair of laptop, but that happens. Sometimes they ask for eyeglasses, but we may I just say that the allowance is not given to them automatically. They have to request for it and tell us what they need it for. Okay. So if at the end,
Edna, can I say something? So that means 2,000 na nakaset aside dito sa students, hindi talaga yan definite amount na ibibigay per.
It's a budget.
Now you have also mentioned something about laptop. Siguro to minimize our expenses, you also mentioned something about the glasses. Sabi mo, surprisingly, them needs glasses. And I understand because lagi silang gumagamit ngayon ng mga laptop. To minimize this is just a suggestion, yung ating mga gastusin kung magko-collect tayo ng mga old glasses. Ako for myself, ang dami kong old reading glasses. At saka yung ang mga laptop sa pamilya, pwede rin.
Wow, yes. You know, malaking bagay yung old laptops. Some of the scholars we have, they use cell phones. To college scholars, they use cell phones to download assignments. But so if we have laptops that we are not using, magagamit talaga.
Yeah, yes, hindi ba? Actually, sa pamilya, I think that's a good idea, Edna, to separate our scholarship fund also.
Yes.
From fund.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, it was President Tit's idea.
Yeah, we could also not only enlist the corporate sponsors, but we could also enlist individual sponsors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oo. Sige. Thank you very much. Ang kagaling nyo naman. You're really going ahead. Okay. So, yung klaro lang, yung 20,000 is left with the scholarship fund administrator. So, somebody administers the fund. So, it's with Edna now for the 2 scholars. And then, so it's not given outright lump sum to the scholars. Kasi we really prevent misuse of the funds kung ibibigay sa kanila. So we give it to Edna now, who is the administrator of that fund. That's why she's asking for additional help. Okay, so we will go into manpower after this. Kasi dalawa pa lang ngayon, medyo manageable. And then we expect Vice President Edna to present to the club accounting. So every quarter, every 3 months, an accounting of the scholarship funds for the 2 scholars so far. And then, of course, expecting them to also join the meeting once every quarter. So required natin sila, or as we already had, put them on video. Nagvi-video sila to just tell us how they're doing. But with 10 scholars, number 1, kailangan talaga natin to set aside the scholarship fund. So ayusin na lang muna natin. Okay, for school year June 2021 to July to June, I'm sorry, before June is May, okay, that will be 1 year, 1 school year, 2022. Are you okay with 20,000 increasing it? And of course, I just discussed how the funds will be administered, no? Hindi siya lump sum. And then, are you okay with increasing also the number of scholars from 2 to 10? May funds naman tayo . That would be 200,000 for this school year. Okay. Lita, please unmute. Oh, ito siya. Talagang, siya fundraising chair yan . So, very timely. Unmute, please. Oh, nawala siya.
President
Nawala siya. Okay. So, okay. So, okay sa inyo na we budget 200,000 for 10 scholars. Raise your hand. Okay ba kayo? Okay. Okay. Saan na si Edna? I'm sorry, si Lita. Hi, Lita.
So, if we will be spending with our budget to date, we will be spending for the next semester. If we are going to increase to 10, we will be spending 200,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay.
For next year.
How far shall we extend for 4 years? It will cost us 800,000 for 4 years to finish the course.
Yes, yeah. So that's looking ahead. That's exactly why we have the fundraising pillar. Who is our fundraising pillar?
Every we're not sure that we
Yeah,
can use
okay.
that amount for
Okay,
the
that's
next
why
year.
that's why I proposed already na instead of using the Candles of Hope funds, na ano, we will be setting up a separate scholarship fund, maybe with just seed money out from the funds that we raised ngayon, no? And then I would like to propose that for the next year, siguro in July when we start the second year of my biennium, to that we meet with the fundraising pillar and the scholarship program to plan out a fundraising specifically for scholarships. So ang idea ko is that para walang donor fatigue, yung sa Candles of Hope na natin na donors, let's not approach them again. Let us write a specific letter of solicitation for possible individual donors. So if a member can already have at the top of her head 5 friends who have not contributed to the Candles of Hope but would be willing to support our scholarship program, then we have a solicitation letter ready. And then we can approach corporations. Kasi alam ko marami pa ring corporations na at their heart would be to support women in education. So I don't think it's an impossible thing that we can do. We have done Candles of Hope. We can do another fundraising, maybe starting May or June of this year, just writing letters to just sending letters to possible donors or benefactors for our scholarship program. That's just my proposal, my idea.
We had just our fundraiser last October. Parang medyo nakakahiya pang mag-solicit by the month of May. I am telling you the truth. It's very hard now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Point well taken.
It's too short para ulitin natin ang ating pagre-request for these fundings.
Yeah.
That's my idea, huh?
Yes.
Me,
Okay.
I myself, medyo nahihiya pa ako mag-approach doon sa in-approachan ko.
Yeah.
Kasi it was just last October. And wala pang 1 year. Then we will be approaching again those persons.
Yeah.
Medyo nakakahiya ng konti in my part.
With due respect, Chair Lita, I said those who have not contributed to Candles of Hope, maybe we have new donors. Anyway, that's just a thought, that's just a suggestion that I'm putting on the table for everyone to discuss. So we have Edna, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. My suggestion is not dismay. Palipasin natin kahit 1 year man lang para medyo we can still approach those generous persons with good hearts talaga.
Yeah.
Not dismay.
Yes.
Parang hindi ko pa kaya.
Okay. Sige. Oo. P Events, you're raising your hand.
We can have more scholars for TESDA. It's cheaper and maybe it will help them find job right away. Shorter.
The reason why we are putting TESDA towards the end in terms of prioritization is because of the COVID situation. Most of TESDA courses are actually laboratory courses. They need to be there to learn, like welding, like baking, and they have difficulty doing laboratory work online. So that's why hindi namin nabigyan ng priority.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and
yes.
if I can may add, that is one reason. The other reason also is because I think we have to build up also a placement program, because as I mentioned before, we already tried before in our village this TESDA. It's easy to get students to enroll in TESDA, but at the end, if they don't have, there's no opportunity for them to use what they learned. hindi rin successful no? For example, someone started baking, studying how to bake. Wala naman siya mapasukang bakery, no? So hindi na siya nagtuloy doon sa bakery. She did something else. So we have had several cases like that. That's why when we thought of this program, we said before we even offer, maganda sana if we offer to someone, if you're interested in baking, but at the end of your baking, one of, let's say, one of the Soroptimist members knows someone or sila mismo may bakery, baka pa pwedeng, kung okay lang naman siya, ipasok na siya doon. So I think it will also need some time to develop this placement program so that it will be more successful.
Okay. So, yeah. Any more? Okay. Pero just to put everyone on track again, no? Gusto kong we address the ones that are very close to this coming year. Okay? So, na record na natin, are you agreeable with 10 scholars or ayaw ninyo because of financial concerns? Because we will be earmarking 200,000 out from the funds that we already have. But to counter that, I propose na kung pwedeng we can also do sometime in October or after October, as fundraising chair Lita said, fundraising to replenish or maybe set up a scholarship program different from the funds we already raised in Candles of Hope. So ayusin muna natin, no? So okay ba kayo 10 lang for this coming school year?
I think Secretary Ann has something to say.
Is it related to the number of scholars? Yes, Anne. Secretary Ann.
Yes, I was just thinking, we can increase our from the 15 to the 20 with the existing scholars now. Now to increase it to 10, medyo hindi ako amenable because of our fund constraints, di ba? So maybe we can increase to 10 if we have already the scholarship fund set up. So yung increase from 15 to 20, okay yon with the existing 2 scholars and probably baka pwedeng additional 2 more. But to increase it to 10 sa ngayon, medyo, well, I don't think it's going to be feasible. Mauubos ang funds natin.
Let's hear from our treasurer, Director
I agree
Bing.
with that. I was thinking a while ago, because it's a big jump from 2 to 10.
Yeah.
And we still do not have, I also agree with Assistant Treasurer Lita, kahit sabihin natin that we will approach people who did not give to Candle, we almost exhausted our friends, it's kind of difficult at this point to increase to 10 when we don't have the money. So my from 15 to 20, my take on this, from 15 to 20, yes, but not 10, maybe 5.
Okay. So
that's not
suggestion,
a big
yeah. So okay, so may I
something.
just so suggestion would be it's okay to increase it from 15 to 20. Everyone raise your hand, that's fine, no? All right. But instead of 10 scholars, suggested is instead of 10, let's have it at 5. Okay, so do you have other suggestions before I?
Feli is raising her hand. Feli.
Feli is raising her hand.
Yes, Feli, please unmute, dear.
Unmute siya.
Wala.
Please unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. It's my first time to join, but I heard clearly about the scholarship program. My has some scholars personally. Timely on this kind of medication. Untimely, all those people are also affected on this.
You're muffled, Feli. Hindi ka namin masyadong maintindihan.
Okay na?
Yeah, you
Okay.
were saying, are you okay with reducing it from 10 to 5?
I agree because now at this
Yes.
time, this
Yes.
pandemic situation, including most people who are willing to
Okay.
support are affected.
Okay. So we cannot
So I
afford
think
to be
sooner.
overly ambitious from 2 to 10. So maybe we can have it from 2 to 5 with 20,000.
Yeah.
So raise your hand. Okay na tayo. Edna, please unmute yourself. Chair Edna.
There's a question that about our I think it's from Marian, if I got it right.
Yes.
That are we BIR registered, that we give receipts. I think that's what you mean, no?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we are right.
My question
Yes,
is
yes.
whether we're accredited as a donee institution, which means that anyone who gives us a donation can actually make it a tax deductible expense on their end. Because
Yes,
okay.
our region is a foundation. We
Okay.
are SEC registered. We can course all donations, corporate donations to them. They issue the tax exception. So,
Okay, great.
so that's how we do
Thanks.
it. No? Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Very good question. Okay. So we can I just para for the sake of time management, let's agree na lang muna on the basics, no, yung mga importante lang muna, so that we can start the ball rolling as far as getting the new scholars would be are concerned. So 5 scholars na lang muna, and then for whatever scholarship fundraising for the scholarship fund, we can call parang meeting of a different meeting na lang of a core group to study this and make the necessary recommendations to the club, no? With the fundraising chair Lita and maybe scholarship program chair Edna, together with our treasurer. Okay? So yun na lang muna. Okay? And then we'll have the next report. Okay? So tapos na yung scholarship program. CP Girly.
Pwedeng pahabol lang ng isa. President Tits, pwede pa natin na tayo na lang ang, kasi it's like this, no? We used to have this scholars in UP before sa isang organization namin. And what they do is, yung UP, binibill kami. Pinapadalhan kami ng billing sa mga scholars namin. One-time check lang ang sinusulat. Can't we do that kung sa De La Paz kukunin ang mga ating scholars, one school lang? Can you make a special arrangement with De La Paz na yung kanilang mga tuition, tayo ang mag-issue doon sa 5 yon?
Our scholarship program is built on the premise that they will be enrolling in public schools where college fees are free, and that we are just providing them out of the 20,000 the allowance that they can get from us. So it doesn't cover tuition fees.
Okay.
So they get to enroll in state universities or state colleges.
Okay, klaro. Thank you.
Okay, sige. All right. So hopefully, let's work on, so tapos na yung scholarship, can I move back to DIBI now for the budget? Okay. So because De La Paz National High School is our sister school or our partner school for DIBI, and they will be taking care mostly of the technical aspect of the program, I asked for an estimated budget so that we can consider it, no? Okay. I asked for them to give me a ballpark figure for the following items. The use of their Google Meet account. Wala silang binigay. So nagbiro ako, libre na ba ito? So, posible na libre na, no? The Google Meet. Parang it's just a Zoom account. So, baka hindi na nila tayo charge. The thing that they will charge us with would be the internet connection subsidy for the 85 student participants. Kasi mga kabataan ito, and they will be going online. So, at saka we are also providing for the 3 coordinators also, the internet connectivity subsidy. And my proposal was for 50 pesos per student participant. So 85 plus 3, Treasurer Bing, that's 88 people times 50 pesos. That would be a total of 4,450. Tama ba, Treasurer Bing?
Wait.
Hindi ko
Yeah,
na kasi 4,450 kasi ngayon lang sila ano. And then of course, the third one is the printing or the reproduction of 14-page handouts for the 85 students and the 3 coordinators, because our DIBI, although a webinar, will be subject to reference by way of hard copies of the webinar, of the material given to students ahead of time. So that's 14 pages for 88 people times 3 pesos per page.
14 pages ba? Di ba 6 lang yung last year?
14. I checked.
Naging
14
14?
pages. Oo, 14.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Kasi
So,
webinar, it will be longer. So 14 times 3, 14 pages times 42, bali 42 pesos per set times 88, that would be 3,780 pesos. A Treasurer Bing.
Kalahat, oh yeah, we used to, last year was only
Yeah, okay.
half.
But nakaka-save naman tayo because we will not be providing them meriendas anymore. Okay, so everyone, please again agree for internet subsidy of 50 pesos per student. We will be spending 4,450. And then for the handouts, we will be spending 3,780. Okay, what's our total now, Treasurer Bing?
8,180.
And
Ay,
then
bakit 450 yung ano? That's only 44. 88 times 50 sa internet.
Oo, mali
That's
ba?
only 4,400.
Okay, sige. 4,400.
Oh, that's 8,180.
Okay. And then, magkano na yung total, Treasurer Bing?
For the two, 8,180.
Okay. And then the last item for our discussion, because it doesn't depend on them. That's why I did not include that item for budgeting from them. Yung tokens for the students. It used to be that we give them their t-shirt, then we provide them merienda and lunch. Remember? So we're spending a lot. So ngayon naman, in lieu of those, can we budget at parang something for individual tokens like siguro mask and alcohol? Mag-budget lang tayo. Will 100 pesos per student be okay with you? That will we will be spending mga 8,500 kung 85 students yon. May I hear from everyone, please?
1,500.
Bali, 8,500, Director Mimi, at 100 pesos per student. Budget lang muna natin because it will still be up to Treasurer Bing. Basta may cap lang tayo. Meron lang tayong parang figure that we can work around in and not exceed, no? Parang hindi, para meron lang tayong idea. Will 100 pesos be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sige. May I hear
Yes.
from you? Raise your hand. Okay lang kayo. Mag-budget tayo ng 100 for tokens. Okay, sige. Thank you. So that will be it. Okay. So we will give you na lang updates on this activity, but I would like to extend to everyone the invitation to attend March 26. Block it off 8 to 12. Friday, next Friday, DIBI webinar. Okay. May I move on now to the president's time? Because talagang ano, pero sige lang, okay lang. I'll go through this very quickly. Okay, are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So president's time, the purpose of my doing the president's time is just to give you updates on what happens, the things that happen in between meetings. No, so I base it on February 19, because February 18 was our last meeting, and then what transpired during the time that we do not have meetings. No, so just to put everything on record. So number one, what happened on February 27 was the Region LYDA Awards ceremony, where our own Eden Bucalon was declared one of 3 runners-up. She did not get the grand winner award, but she was one of the 3 runners-up. So for that, as MMSED representative, she received 20,000. Nakuha niya na yon. That's from the region. 20,000 pesos. That's why she really wanted to be with us today para magpasalamat, no? She got 5,000 from our club being our nominee for the district winning the district award. She got 20,000 from the region, and being one of the runners up, she will get $3,000 from SI America. So that's 150,000, but it's still coming kasi hindi pa na ipapadala ng SI Americas. But and for everyone's information, we take care of administering this fund, the 150,000 she will be receiving. So it's not given to her lump sum. The club still parang administers the fund, takes care of the fund. Club members in attendance during the award ceremony was Director Sid being the MC, and then of course LYDA Chair P.E. Bendet and myself. Then of course our very happy, memorable induction of new members on March 4, 2021. They are our new members now. Thank you very much for being with us this morning. Hindi ko pala na-acknowledge. Ella, are you there? I saw Ella. Ella?
Here.
Yeah,
There.
say hello, please.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, hi. Hello. So we have Feli, we have Elite, we have Ella, we have Marian, we have Myra. We're missing one. Bernadette. Is Bernadette with us? From Japan?
Sorry, wala si Bernadette. Na-stuck sila.
Okay, sige. Okay lang. Okay lang. Okay lang. Okay lang. Imagine 5 out of 6. Thank you. Of course, I would like to thank our club sponsors, no, for these 6 new members, Director Sid, PA Benz, and Assistant Treasurer Lita. Of course, we had our guests, talagang celebrity studded. We had the governor with us, of course, and then the district director, the region membership chair, Marivic Paras. She gave a very inspirational message. The region membership co-chair for Luzon, IPDD Baby Ocampo, and then of course the region program chair, Nanette Valdez. Yung mga new members, yung mga RPC, RMC, you will get familiar with them as we meet often. Metro Manila Southeast District tayo. We're one of 5 clubs in the district. Then of course we had about 14 members present during the induction ceremony. And then I would like to express special thanks to our two MCs, Director Bing and Secretary Ann. And then of course, our technical team, talagang nakapacitate na natin technologically si Assistant Secretary Ani and Aya. By the way, for everyone's information, Aya is sending her regards. She's now in Egypt, no? Dr. Sean is also sending her regards and regrets na hindi siya maka-attend because may ongoing silang hearing sa Congress. And then please take note, our new members, we have a Facebook page. It's Soroptimist International of Antipolo. If you have Facebook accounts, you please just access this by liking our page. Makikita na ninyo yung post na yon. And I also share it in my personal Facebook account, as well as, of course, the Facebook account of PE Bendet, Director Mimi, Director Sid, no? So you will see it there. And then, of course, for the Sampaguita Society membership, na mention na ito ni Treasurer Bing, we have two new members, Assistant Secretary Ani and Dr. Berba, and 7 upgraded members, 7 of them. So you have it there, just to put it on record, no? And then, we have already remitted the 45,000 for those 9 Sampaguita members on March 10. That was the deadline. And then for this, I just submitted the list of the new and upgraded members, pero I have not submitted the forms yet because the forms will require your signature, no? It will require your signature. So for those who have not sent in to me their specimen signature, kung pwedeng padala nyo na. Okay? Yeah. Then, last March 11, we had our district EXICO meeting, the Metro Manila Southeast District. The members of the EXICOM are myself and President-elect Bendet. So we had our meeting, virtual meeting on March 11. And then this one, GACA, no, it's Governor's Award, Governor's, ano nga abing? Governor's Annual, Governor's Annual Club Award. So, ang ginagawa ng governor, may points for the 4 pillars: membership, fundraising, public awareness, and program. Tapos, ina-add up by points, may point system. And they, acknowledge well-performing clubs during the conference. Down below, you see dates to remember, Region Mid-Biennium Virtual Conference. So we're going to have it on May 15, 2021. Again, please take note of that important date yon. I would like to request everyone to join this. Virtual lang naman siya. May 15, 2021. Region Mid-Biennium. That is when clubs get acknowledged, no, for performing well during the first year of this biennium. Other dates, of course, ito mga invitations ito, March 12, stress management, anxiety and depression. Ang ganda nito. I posted this in our official group chat, but I think ako lang yung naka-attend. No? But it's really very good. March 17 kahapon naman, they had Ging Deles, the resource speaker for a renewed call to feminism. Again, morning well spent. Talagang it was sobering, enlightening, at saka talaga, empowering for Ging Deles. A question was raised. Ito pala i-share ko. Why is it that Soroptimist takes the stand na hindi tayo political? Parang we are made to believe that we cannot go political. Ang sagot ni Niging Delis was, we can be political, but we can be non-partisan political. Kasi ang purpose lang pala ng politics is that we're able to give our voice and give our share to making changes, no? Yun daw ang idea ng politics. That's why sabi niya, as optimists, you cannot really be apolitical through and through. Somehow you have to be political to be able to parang effect changes in the society, but just make sure that it's non-partisan politics. If you want to be partisan, then maybe make it as an individual. So like ako, gusto ko si VP Lenny, no, I cannot make it as a stand for Soroptimist International of Antipolo. Parang ganun yung clarification niya. So we are a political organization pa rin, but we are non-partisan political. Okay, and of course, we have Governor Billy's birthday celebration on March 24. Ang daming March and April. And then Aries tsaka Taurus yan. I think Myra is April, di ba? April born. Myra? Are you there?
28, towards the end of April.
Yes, okay. And then that's why I will be taking this up later. April 5 is the deadline for the submission of GACA documents, no? I will be very busy on before April 5. And then April 30, because we're having our DIBI on March 26, I need to report a summary of this activity, the evaluation and everything on April 30, 2020. Okay, so number 5, again, I would like to remind you, DIBI virtual webinar on March 26, 8 to 12. Okay, and then other matters, ito, we have already remitted for our new members. Thank you very much for paying your membership dues on time. We already remitted a total of 3,652 for your membership. Again, may overpayment lang tayo, pero that's fine. I already communicated this with SIAPR. Nag-overpay lang tayo ng 312 pesos, pero okay lang naman daw. Sabi ko, sige lang, it's okay. That will be their handling fee. Please take note of the 3,600 that you paid for new members. Please, take note of this. 1,000 pesos will go to the region, and the remaining 2,600 pesos, which is actually $52 times 50 pesos, will be given to SI America. So that's a total of 3,600. And then I am working on the club bylaws. This is a requirement for GACA, but I already clarified during the district meeting. I am hearing a noise at the background. Please mute whoever it is. Please mute. Okay. Okay. Club bylaws, requirement siya for GACA, but please note, we are operating on bylaws 2000, year 2000. That's why we are revising. But according to the district, it's okay. We can still submit that as our bylaws, because I did not really want to hurry the revision of the bylaws. But hopefully we'll be able to work on that before the end of the first year, of this biennium. And then, of course, GACA. So that ends my president's time. Okay, going to GACA. All right. May I request DIBI Chair Annie? Stop share ko na, ha?
Yes. Yeah. Yes,
okay. Okay, request ko lang. You know naman how busy I will be. from today until April 5, no? So mag-Holy Week ako na ginagawa ko yung GACA. So ano lang, special request ko lang, DIBI Chair, Ani, Program
Yes.
Chair, Director Sid, and those involved in DIBI somehow, Director Mimi, please ano na lang, take care of March 26 for me, for the club, okay lang?
I'm done with the introduction.
Okay, sige. So, DIBI Chair, we have a group chat for DIBI coordination, right?
Yes, we do.
Oo, kung may problema and then you think you will have to to ask me, please do. Anyway, nababasa ko naman. But
okay.
ang akin lang talagang number one request, na hindi ako madistorbo because of GACA. Okay lang?
Okay, yes, yes.
Tapos
I
kung
will just,
kailangan ko rin ng
yes.
tulong ninyo sa GACA, please be ready naman to help me. Recording Secretary Ann, Treasurer Bing, and so on. Okay. Director Mimi, you're raising your hand.
One point, no. See, gave a very long introduction of
Ano kami, medyo may feedback.
Wala akong ingay dito. Tahimik.
Okay, sige, please continue.
Extend a very long introduction of herself. I compressed it, but it was still long. But do you really want me to discuss even the topics that she gives? Yung ganun ka-detalye.
No, I read it. I already told her na we will give a very short introduction because I only gave 3 minutes for your introduction. She doesn't mind. Yeah.
That 3 minutes is long.
Sige, okay.
Yeah.
1 minute then. It's okay. I will leave it up to you. Oo. Yeah, sige. Okay. So, sino pa yung hindi ko na-acknowledge na dumating? Si Ella. Okay, si Cecil
Tita
pala, hindi
Long
ko rin
wants to say
na-acknowledge.
something.
Cecil, for a while na.
Tita Long
Cecil,
wants to
say
say.
hello please. Cecil, hindi natin na-acknowledge si Cecil. Cecil?
Kanina.
Okay. Okay, I will acknowledge Director Sid and then PRO Long, please.
Yes. For the mid-biennial conference, there are a fee that they are asking.
I think they will announce it. But so ipopost ko yung anong tawag nila, first call to conference. I have it na, ilalagay ko sa official. I just didn't want to flood our official site kasi with so many of those notices or invites. Ipopost ko after this meeting, but I don't think it's just first call to conference. But wala pa atang virtual, wala pa atang fee. Kasi usually, di ba, nagbabayad tayo for the hotel and but now it's virtual. I think maliit lang na amount to defray cost of siguro the internet and then baka may mga baka may may secretarial na assistance na kailangan technical. I'll just inform you. But what I have now is the first call to conference. Ipopost ko siya sa group chat natin. Okay. CP Girly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kasi maya-maya na yung mga doctor ko. I have a teleconference. Now, I would like to donate kasi nag-mention ka na we need mga token gifts sa mga students. Shield, plastic shield, na-donate natin noon. May nakatabi pang 100 na plastic shield. Baka makatulong yun para sa tokens sa mga students.
Sige. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, how do we get it? Padala mo na lang kay Bing?
Papadala ko I will text you, ipapadala ko sa Santa, sa Antipolo. No?
Okay.
And i-pick up na lang ni Treasurer Bing, malapit lang naman eh.
Yes. Oo, sige. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Oo, tapos please remember, 2 days from now, that's March 20. You know what's going to happen on March 20, my dear Soroptimist sisters? unmute yourselves. Surgery na ng ating CP girly. So, mga prayer warriors na niya tayo. Siya yung 9 o'clock ng umaga, March 20.
Sorry,
God bless.
We'll pray.
Not asking too much. And thank you so much.
It's not naman asking too much. Okay.
Nalagay na kay St. Joseph.
Yes, oo. Sa ilalim ako din. Meron din ako doon request sa higaan ni St. Joseph. Director Bing?
Yeah. With regards to what CP Girlie said, thank you very much for the face shields. We are including, of course, face mask and what else? Alcohol
face shield and alcohol, siguro?
Oo. Plus are we preparing for, because I'm the one to prepare, we're preparing not only 85, no? We're also giving the teachers. And,
yes. Tsaka
pero we're not including President Teach anymore, other, only for protective, Wala
yes,
namang,
may certificate tayo of may certificate of appreciation tayo ibibigay sa De La Paz at saka dun sa 3 coordinators ng DIBI. So, pati yung wording ng certificate at saka printing ng certificate, can you please take care of it already, DIBI chair? Okay, please. Oo.
And then one more.
And then siguro yung signature nung pipirma would be program chair, Director Sid, yourself, the IBI chair, because you're under program. And of course, President Tits. I will just send you my specimen signature, my e-signature. Okay? Tapos pwede mo nang ipadala kay Bing yung hard copy. Okay, padala mo na ang hard copy kay Bing, printed copy, para maibigay na niya kasama ng tarpaulin. Director Bing, yes, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, regarding point of clarification, because I discussed it with Secretary Ann, regarding the payment of the $10 new members fee to SIA, kasi we did not include it. We just don't want na magkaroon tayo sa record natin ng arrears. So we just wanted to know saan ang galing yung directive na hindi na tayo magbabayad ng $10 sa SIA ba?
Actually, si RMC Paras, region membership chair Paras, because syempre she's the region chair and she's the one directly in contact with SI Americas. Ang instruction lang niya sa atin would be to send $52 for SIA. So that's 2,600 if you convert to $1 by 50. And then the 1,000 for, tapos sila na lang daw ang bahala. I do not know what arrangement they have, but now I got a message that they just need the basic information of our 6 new members. Email address, the name, and then yun lang. Tapos sila na ata ang bahala mag-register ng ating 6 members.
Yeah. As long as hindi tayo magkakaroon ng arrears in the record.
Yes.
Kasi we're not cleared on who, from whom the directive came from.
Yes.
Kasi wala namang written na galing sa ano. And when Lerma of SIPR messaged me, she said we have to pay. That's why I'm a little confused kung saan nanggaling yung directive.
Hindi ko alam, may communication na problema. Hindi masyadong naaayos.
But for the record, we did not pay it.
Yes,
for the record.
Yes. But RMC Paras, I forwarded her message to you, right? Treasurer Bing.
Yeah.
Yeah, talagang 3,600 lang. Okay, so any more clarifications? We're nag-overshoot na po tayo ng 21 minutes. I'm sorry for that. So, okay na tayo? Any more? Wala na. Okay. We're now proceeding to, of course, the birthday celebration of our lone birthday celebrator. Do you have your cake with you, my love? Andyan ba yan? Wala. Okay. Do you have candle na lang? Okay, say your wish. We're one with you in wishing for whatever. Nawala siya. Okay. Okay, unmute everyone. Happy birthday. Unmute everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Happy
dear Edna.
birthday. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
So you're
Blow.
welcome.
Blow.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
Yay!
picture taking please. Sino yung magpipuan? Si Director Sid, siya yung ating ngayon. Everyone, please open your video, please, para makita lahat. Okay? And all right. So si Myra, please. Okay, para makita lahat. And then who else? Ella is Bobby. Hello dear. Paki-open
Nawala
nga.
na si Bobby.
Nawala na. Sino yung Galaxy 8?
Ayun, si
Ayan,
Bobby.
good.
Bobby.
Sino itong Galaxy?
Oo nga. Sino
Si
yung
Cecil.
Sino to?
Mura si
Cecil?
Cecil?
Oh, sige. Okay, look at the camera.
Okay.
Smile.
Smile,
Sid.
everyone. Wait,
Smile.
Kasi, ilan ba tayo? We're
Plan
11?
something.
17.
Ayan.
17. We're 17.
Dina is there.
Ayan, Dina is here. Dina, hi.
Isa pa.
Oh,
Hi.
okay.
Okay, isa pa.
There you go.
How do I, this? Wait. Teka, wala akong salamin. Ilan ba tayong, gallery?
17 tayo. Kasya tayo sa isang
17.
17.
Isang page.
Yeah, okay, I got it na pala.
Okay. Dina, please say something. Mag-hello ka. Kanina pa yan. Hindi daw siya makapasok. Okay. Dina,
Hi,
say
good
hello.
morning.
Good morning.
Kanina
Hi.
pa. Hindi makapasok. So,
Naglalag yung internet
Good
ko.
afternoon na.
Oo, good afternoon
At
pala.
saka ito, wait. I got a message from Aya from Egypt. She says, "Morning po," sabi niya. "Sorry, hindi ako nagising. 10 a.m. is 4 a.m. here in Egypt." So, now, 6 hours kasi yung difference. Kakatulog-tulog po ka lang din po noon. So, talagang hindi na siya nagising. Pagbibigyan ba natin? Hindi. Okay. So, hello daw from Egypt. Okay. So, Edna, okay ka na? Wish
Yes.
granted ba? Come home na to
Malalaman
us.
natin.
Okay, all right. So anyone else I failed to acknowledge? Wala na. Okay. So please stay on. We're almost there. Adjournment na tayo. Next meeting April 15.
Oh.
April 15, that's a Thursday, third Thursday of April. Block off nyo na rin. Virtual ulit. Hindi pa ata tayo pwedeng mag-face-to-face. Ano ba naman?
Magpabakuna muna.
Yeah, okay. Ay, si Edna, nabakunahan na yan. Mabuti pa tong, na to?
Kung pwede na tayo mag-face-to-face, I'll give a blowout sa peninsula.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Promise,
Kasi sa April,
Promise.
April kami, Bendet Long, myself, at saka may bago kaming addition, si Myra. Where's Myra?
Malis na.
The April girls. Anyway, next meeting, April 15, closing, yes, I heard somebody, Mimi, yes, Director Mimi.
Meron din akong March celebrant, si Elmer. March
Happy birthday,
Elmer.
Ako rin. Birthday ni Steffi
Happy
today.
birthday, Elmer.
Birthday ni Steffi today. Medyo tampo nga siya kasi bakit daw ako nag-schedule ng meeting. Sabi ko, pero okay naman. Sa weekend naman daw yung celebration niya. So let's remember Elmer, Steffi.
April 15 is our meeting.
Yes, birthday ni...
That's Bendett's birthday.
I know, right?
That's
I know,
why I
right?
said,
Oo.
Manila friend.
Kung face-to-face na, oo.
For the record,
Sige. Basta magda-dine out tayo. Magda-dine out tayo sa labas ng bahay ni Benz.
Yun.
Okay. Kami ni Long, lagi kami niyan eh. Tsaka si Myra may, ano yung date nung kay Myra? April 27 ba? I think
Yeah.
April 27. Oo. Okay. So guys,
Si LV ba nag-greet na? Si LV?
oo, nag-greet na siya kanina pa.
I miss you, LV.
LV, ano daw, paki-unmute mo nga, gusto nila marinig yung boses mo. Ayan.
Yung sweet voice.
Hindi siya narinig kanina.
Oh, sobrang nakakabigi si LV.
Oo nga. LV, talaga naman. Oo. Eh, may mga loss of hearing pa naman tong mga...
Yes.
Okay. Ella. Salita ka ulit para makita ka. Ella.
Hello po.
Ella.
Hey, Ella.
Masaya ba yung first meeting mo with us? Nangiti siya. Okay. All right. So, closing prayer to be led by Dina. Thank you very much, Dina. Sana si Dina.
Yes. Hindi ko na-play yung video kasi naglalag yung yung internet.
Sige,
Okay
sige.
lang. Okay lang.
Okay, galing.
Okay, let us pray. Almighty God, we thank you for this very productive meeting. Thank you for being with us and for giving wisdom to our officers in guiding and leading this organization, the Seraptimis International of Antipolo. We lift up our plans and strategies for this year and continue to bless us and our families and keep us safe from COVID-19. May all glory and honor be with you, Lord, in everything that we do. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen.
Wow, thank you naman. We're so blessed by your prayer, Dina. And thank you talaga for saying yes. Hindi siya makahindi sa akin eh. Wala lang daw siyang meeting. Thank you talaga, Dina.
Eto, nagtatago ako dito eh.
Okay. And now, sino pa yung new member natin? Si Ella at saka si Elite. Andiyan pa ba si Feli? Wala na rin, no? Okay, so I really place this in our agenda, for today, para maano din silang kumanta. May I request our technical one person team to share the screen for Soroptimist Symphony. Mimi, can you lead us in the singing?
Ikaw talaga, nakakagulat ka.
Yung mga singers, hindi na ginugulat eh.
Hindi pa nag-vocalize si Miss Mimi.
Handa, awit. If
I can
serve
another's needs, if I can be a friend indeed, if I can lessen someone's pain, always be glad to share my gain. Then I will know joy's meaning true, found in achieving work to do, and I know the reason why strong is
And
I. Kung
maglingkod sa kapwa mo,
kaibigan, tapat sa'yo, kung sakit mawawasan ko,
matutuwa magkakaisa-isa. Kung ang tunay na ligaya, bunga ng gawa'y maganda, dahil
Yay!
Galing, 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 galing. Okay, so the meeting is formally adjourned.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Edna!
Happy birthday,
Bye everyone. Happy birthday,
Edna.
Edna.
Punta kami dyan!
Oo! Halika, halika!
Ani? Ani? Saan si
Wala
Ani?
na.
Nawala na siya. Okay.
Lunch
So,
time.
hi Elite! Yan. First meeting mo. How was it? Mahaba lang, no? Nag-ano lang naman tayo ng 30 minutes. Oo. Okay. Si Ella nawala na rin. Okay. So, bye-bye na. Bye-bye na.
Bye!
Bye-bye, Bing. Bye-bye, Elite. Bye-bye.